All right, it's core time. Let's go. Hey y'all, Coach Mike here with the Masters of Strength. I got a new little core workout for you guys. We're gonna change up some of the timing mechanisms that we normally do. A little bit of short bursts, a little bit of a long one, finishing up with an AMRAP or as many rounds as possible for 3 minutes. And we're gonna have some fun working a little bit of everything in the core. Stick around, find a safe space, grab your mat. Let's get to it. We're gonna get started into some breathing. So we're just gonna be lying on the ground, however you feel comfortable, whether it be legs straight, legs bent, on your side, really however you feel comfortable. I'm gonna be legs bent kind of in this position here. But all I like to think of, you've heard me say it before, think you have a grape kind of in that low back. Want to think about pushing that grape into the ground with your back, pulling that belly button in, not necessarily crushing the grape, just keeping it nice and tight. From here, we're going to focus on belly breathing. So as we're breathing through our nose, we're going to feel our belly expand, going to the sky. Hold for a second. Nice deep exhale through the mouth. We're just going to go about 4 to 5 breaths, just nice and easy, trying to keep our back as tight as we can, as flat as we can. If you need some external kind of feeling, I like to go my hand in my low back. And I like to push my hand to the ground, keeping that tension as we're breathing, so you don't feel your back coming off of that hand. You don't feel your back or hips lifting here. Let's go 2 more breaths. This is just trying to, again, keep our back flat, keep our movement going. Big thing, as we're going through all these movements later on, as we're breathing, we want to still have that good deep breath through our belly, not feeling our chest expand here. One more time. All right, let's go. One leg straight. We're going to go a bent knee crossover. Opposite leg's going to be bent, whether it be bent or straight. Straight, it's going to be a little bit more intense. I know I'm not straight, but as straight as we can get. Shoulders staying on the ground. We're just going to cross over the opposite leg and just kind of push down a little bit. Again, keeping the shoulders on the ground. You're going to feel that stretch through the shoulders, or not shoulders, torso into the hips. We're going to go 5 times back and forth. Again, if you go the legs straight, you're going to get a little bit more intense into that movement. You might feel a little bit into the hamstring of that straight leg there. Again, we'll go 5 times each side. One more time. All right, let's go same thing on the other side. Again, now opposite leg's going to be bent straight. Bringing that opposite leg bent, or again, straight leg, whichever you prefer. Gonna feel it starting at the hamstring, working into the hip, going into that kind of thoracic spine, lumbar spine there. Just getting that rotation through the spine, rotation through the hips. One more time here. And relax. All right, last stretch. We're gonna go a marching glute bridge. So we're gonna go kind of like I was in the breathing exercise here. Bringing our heels into our glutes, squeeze those glutes from here. Hips stay up. Heard me mention crack the peanut. Take a peanut between the butt cheeks. We want to crack that peanut between the butt cheeks. And then we're marching in place. We're going to go 5 times, just lifting one leg up, keeping those hips up the entire time. Big thing here, focusing strong through the core, strong through the hips. So what we don't want to see is this. Notice this arch in the back. We don't want to see our hips dropping. We want to stay straight line from head to knee. And just 5 times. Emphasize this squeeze. We don't want to see rotation in our hips here. And relax. All right, let's get right into it. So, as I mentioned, we got some new timing that at least I haven't done. You guys may have done this before with other people, but I haven't done this. So I'm kind of testing it, seeing how the timing works. But we got 3 circuits today. First one, we're gonna go 15 seconds of work for each exercise. 3 exercises, 6 rounds. We did very similar last week where we did 20 seconds of work. Same idea. We're gonna go 1 round of one exercise, 1 round of the second exercise, 1 round of the third exercise, 15 seconds of each. We're gonna rest for 15 seconds, repeat it 5 more times for a total of 6. So I'll show you the exercises and then we'll get to it. First one's gonna be a lateral plank to a knee drive. So we're gonna start on our side, arms gonna be straight, wrist right under the shoulder. From here, lifting the hips up, this is our lateral plank. Now the knee drive is we're taking that knee, just driving it back and forth, right to the chest. Notice everything else is staying as still as possible. 15 seconds. If you want to add a little extra, add a little crunch. Drive the elbow into the knee, 15 seconds. Now obviously this is one side. Second round we're gonna switch over onto my left side. Same idea. 15 seconds on that one. And then going back and forth. Again, 6 rounds. Next one, sit up to a rotational punch. Legs bent, just like we were in that kind of glute bridge position. We're gonna go into a sit up as we come up. Add a rotation, punching to the side, getting that rotation through the obliques. 15 seconds back and forth. We're gonna finish off with a frog bridge and adding a march. So we're gonna go feet together, if you can see here, legs at our side. Now similar to that marching glute bridge, we're gonna squeeze our glutes, but instead of our knees coming up, knees are pointing out. Now we're gonna try and march in place. Keeping our hips up, and march. You're gonna feel this more on the outside part of those hips. If that's too much, regular marching glute bridge is fine, or even just a frog bridge. Keeping those legs out, squeeze the glutes, and lift up through here. Same idea, we're just not keeping our hips up and marching. So you have your options. I'll go through all of them throughout the 6 rounds, but I'm trying that marching frog bridge. All right, those are our 3 exercises. So, like I said, we're gonna go 6 rounds, 15 seconds of work, right into the next one, right into the next one, rest for 15. I'll obviously tell you when to start and to stop. I lost my timer here. All right, we're gonna get started with our lateral plank to a knee drive. Ready? 15 seconds here, 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, keeping the wrist right under the shoulder, just driving the knee right to the chest. If this is too much, just hold. 15-second hold, perfectly fine here. 3, 2, 1, sit up to rotational plank. We're trying to switch as quickly as possible. Again, add that little rotation. Shouldn't be too much to where you're hurting your back or anything like that. If you just need to, just a regular sit-up. 3 seconds, 2, 1, frog bridge with that march. Remember, hips up, legs coming out, and just marching in place. Keeping those hips up, squeezing those glutes. It's gonna feel weird, it's gonna feel wonky. 2, 1, relax, 15 seconds rest. Nice one round down, 5 to go. Five seconds, we're going round 2. Again, we're working the opposite side. 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, if you want to add that little extra, drive the knee to the elbow, get that little bit of a crunch. You'll feel it more into the obliques, especially as we work into those later rounds. 3, 2, 1, rotate. Sit up to rotational crunch. Again, try to get as much rotation through our spine as we can. Gonna work the obliques here. 3, 2, 1, frog bridge marching. Again, keep the hips up, march in place. If you need to, just do a regular bridge. Drive those hips out, or drive those legs out, and just straight up, straight down, emphasizing that squeeze of the glutes. 2, 1, relax. 2 rounds down, 4 to go. Going back to that original side on that lateral plank. I know 15 seconds is quick. See, I just got a drink and we're already getting started. Ready? 2, 1, and go. Keeping those wrists right under the shoulders. Again, hold this position if you need. This is fine. Or add that knee drive. We're trying to add this drive, trying to keep that tension on that lower hip, lower obliques. Ready? And switch. Sit up to rotational crunch. Again, as you rotate, you should feel that in the obliques. 5 seconds, we're going that frog bridge. And switch. Again, try and keep those hips up, march in place. Should feel that a little bit more on the outside part of those hips. Maybe even a little bit on the inside part of the adductors and inside part of those thighs. Go regular marching bridge if you want, and relax. 15 seconds, we're going to round 4. So again, on that bridge, you can do a regular marching bridge just like we did in the warm-up. If this is too much, regular bridge is fine. All right, 3, 2, 1, round 4. 15 seconds here, let's keep it moving, keep it moving. Again, pick your option on what you want to do. 5 seconds, we're going to that sit-up. 2, 1, and switch. We're moving quick today. bridge. Again, I'm gonna do this marching. Pick your option, pick your poison on this one. Feels weird, definitely feels weird. And relax, 15 seconds. We got 2 more rounds. 4 minutes in, 2 to go. Shorts are riding up here. All right, 5 seconds, we're going around 5, 2, 1, and lift. Last round on this side, at least for this knee drive. So finish strong, really challenge yourselves here. We're halfway. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and sit up to rotational crunch. Or sorry, rotational punch. Five seconds, we're going to that frog bridge. And switch. Oh, I'm riding back on this. Halfway. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, 15 seconds. We got our last round. Don't worry, next 2 rounds, gonna go a little bit slower in terms of time. 5 seconds, we're on our last round here. 3, 2, 1, let's finish strong. Last 45 seconds of work. 15 on each exercise, keep those hips up. If you need to, drop this knee. Forgot to mention that, drop this bottom knee. Same idea. May feel a little easy, but this is fine. And switch, sit up to rotational punch. Again, as much rotation as we can get, 5 seconds. We're finishing up with those frog bridges. And switch. Let's finish strong, we're halfway. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. That's 1 circuit down. We got 2 circuits to go. Quick break, grab a drink of water. Wipe off some sweat if you have some sweat. As we're saying, doesn't seem, well, it's just pretty chilly out today. This North Carolina sun that beats in on me from right there. Gets hot. I'm just glad I'm not in my garage anymore. All right. We'll go about 2-minute break. It's 2:13 out here on the East Coast, 11:13 on the West Coast, so we'll go to 11:15-ish, and then we're gonna start with circuit 2. So the second circuit, we're just doing 2 exercises. 60 seconds of work for each exercise, 2 rounds. We're gonna take a 30-second break in between each round. So it's 2.5 minutes each round, 5 minutes total. So it's a long 60 seconds. You'll feel like 30 seconds is gonna fly by on that rest, but it's only 2 rounds, so we can really challenge ourselves here. So like with that breathing that I was saying earlier, feeling yourself breathing through your stomach. We don't want to feel our chest expanding, our shoulders rising. We want to feel that breath coming through our stomach, maybe a little bit into our low chest there, but mostly in that stomach. It's just going to help us to recover a little bit better, lower our heart rate. I sound like a broken record, I say this every class, but it helps us to kind of get better at starting that second circuit there. All right. Another minute or so, but I'm going to walk you guys through the 2 exercises. So again, we're going to go 60 seconds of work, 2 rounds, 60 seconds for each exercise. So just like we were just doing, we're going to go 60 seconds of one exercise, 60 seconds of the second exercise, 30-second rest, repeat 1 more time. We'll take another break, and then we got 1 last circuit. Excuse me. So the first exercise is going to be a pillow bridge to plank. Now 60 seconds of pillow bridge to plank sucks. Just going to warn you guys right now. But we have options. So starting off in our pillow bridge, forearms on the ground, squeeze those glutes, squeeze that core. From here, we're pushing up to that push-up position or plank position, right back down. Alternating which hand we're pushing off of, whether it be off of the right, and then pushing off that left into that plank position. Just going back and forth. Emphasizing strong through the core, emphasizing strong through those hips, so that what we don't see is this. Any movement through our body. Notice how my hips are swaying, I'm rotating. We want to stay as strong as possible, so everything's parallel to the ground. Drop to the knees if you need. Same idea in this modified push-up position, modified plank position, and just same idea, same movement. Next exercise, we're gonna flip it over into a reverse crunch. Legs straight, hands at our side, or under our hips. So if your back starts to bother you, go hands under the hips, and just drive those hips up, right up and back. If that's too much, just bring the knees to the chest. Same idea, we're just not getting that little extra lift of the hips. 60 seconds, again, we're resting 30. Repeat one more time, and then we're done with that exercise. I'm breaking a sweat already. All right, so again, we're going 5 minutes total, 60 seconds of work on each exercise, 30 seconds rest in between each round. Let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, and go. 60 seconds of work here. Again, hold in this push-up position or drop to the knees, alternating which hand you're pushing off of. So we're trying to push off the right and the left. It's Monday. We work both sides on Monday. That's 15 seconds so far. Again, we don't want to see our hips rotating to here or here. We don't want to see our hips dropping or lifting up. Straight line from head to toe. We're halfway. Feeling struggle yet? 20 seconds. We're going to go to that reverse crunch. Shoulders should start to feel a little tight. 15 seconds here. Should start to feel, again, that tension in the shoulders. 10 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Reverse crunch. Again, straight leg or bent leg, whichever you prefer. Bring the hands under those glutes if your back starts to bother you. That's just going to elevate the hips a little bit. Take some of that tension away from the back. Trying to keep the feet off the ground the entire time if we can. We're about halfway. Just keep it moving here. Keep it going. Again, driving the knees to the chest or driving those feet straight up to the sky. Add a little twist if you want to. So at the top, add the twist of the back of those hips. Get a little oblique to it. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 30 seconds rest. One round down, one to go. This is where we try to allow ourselves again, just like before. So that heart rate, recover our breathing here. We're halfway through this round. This rest. Again, a minute sounds really long and feels really long. 30 seconds flies by. 5 seconds. We're getting started in round 2. Ready? Round 2, let's go. One more minute here. If you're on your knees, what we don't want to see is you start to feel yourselves kind of rock back into this quadruped position. We don't want to see that. We want to still feel our hips forward in a straight line from head to knee instead of head to toe. Same idea on this movement. Hands still stay under the shoulders, elbows stay under the shoulders on that pillow bridge, and just same idea. Keeping strong through the core, strong through those hips, so we don't have any rotation halfway through. I'll tell you, it's hard to talk and do this movement at the same time. Again, shoulders should start to bother you. A little bit of tension in the shoulders and the front part of the chest here, kind of going into the arm. Wouldn't say bother you, but you should start to feel that tension. It's probably a better way to put it. 10 seconds. We're flipping it. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's rotate. My back's getting all messed up. Reverse crunch for a minute here. If you're noticing me picking my head up, please don't. Try to keep your head on the ground. It's going to keep some tension off the neck. I'm just doing that for time's sake, to check the timer. Unfortunately, I do not have a timer put onto my ceiling here. We're about halfway in. Keep it moving again. Drive those knees to the chest if you want. Add that little rotation if you want. It's entirely up to you. About 20 seconds left. Keep it moving here. Last 15. Let's finish strong. 10 seconds. Last 5. And relax. All right. Another quick break. We'll go, let's go about 2 minutes again. Minute to 2 minutes. And then we got a quick finisher. Just a 3-minute workout. 2 exercises. And then we're done. All right. Again, same idea. Slow your heart rate, slow your breathing. And then that probably sounds like a broken record. You guys are probably like, oh, Mike's talking about this damn breathing again. But it helps, definitely helps. Last exercise, or sorry, last circuit. 3 minutes. My phone keeps going off, people keep texting me. 3 minutes, 8 reps, 2 exercises. As many rounds as possible. So we did this last Monday, do it a lot, but as many rounds as we can get for these 2 exercises, 8 reps. Now each exercise is doing both sides, so it's going to be technically 16, 8 reps on each side. We're going to start off on a mountain climber. Push-up position. In this push-up position, hands stay under the shoulders, just like I always said. 8 times on each side, 16 total. From there, bicycle crunch. Screen just went black. Bicycle crunch. Lying on our back, legs straight, hands behind our head, elbow to knee, back and forth, getting the obliques there. 8 reps on each side, 16 total. We're gonna go 3 minutes, trying to get as many rounds as we can. 2 weeks from now, we're gonna do this again. So I want you guys to try to keep track of how many rounds we do, so you can see that we hopefully improve. All right, 3 minutes, 2 exercises. We're gonna get started with those mountain climbers. Let's get to it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hands over the shoulders. Again, we're trying to get as many rounds as possible, but we want as many good rounds as possible. So keeping that quality, keeping the good reps here, moving at our own pace. I lost count. 8 times on each side. That's about it. It's hard to talk and count at the same time. From there, bicycle crunch, hand behind the head, drive the knees to the elbow. Should feel those in the hips going into the obliques. I'm one right now, we're 40 seconds in. Again, should be good for 3, 2, 3, 4. If you're a super stud, 6, 7, 8. Anybody that works out with Scott, he's probably got 15 of these in 3 minutes. One minute in here. Let's keep it moving, keep it going. We're about halfway. Big thing, if your hips bother you, if your shoulders bother you, take a break. You know, allow yourself to recover. I don't want you guys pushing too hard to where you're tearing a shoulder, bothering your hips, bothering your back, or anything like that. Again, I know this is more focused on getting as many reps as we can, but we want quality reps, we want good reps, we don't want to hurt ourselves here. Minute and 10 seconds left. I can't close my water bottle. There we go. Let's see if we can get one more good round in. Hands under those shoulders. Just keep it moving. Big thing on those mountain climbers. Torso should stay straight, strong through that core. We don't want to see those hips up. And on this bicycle crunch, try to keep those legs up. Try to get as much lift in the upper body as we can to really work those obliques. Last 30 seconds here. Again, we don't want to see our hips up here doing a mountain climber. We don't want to see our hips down here doing a mountain climber. It's going to cause back problems, cause shoulder problems. Keep that back straight. Keep that core tight. 15 seconds of work. Let's finish strong. Last 10. Last couple good reps here. And relax. All right, nice little finish here. All right, let's go a quick break, or sorry, quick cool down. Stretch out. We got a few minutes until we have to call it a day. Let's go into a Cobra Stretch. So we're gonna be lying on the ground, legs straight, hands under the shoulders. Now I'm not a yoga instructor, so my Cobra's probably not perfect, but hands under the shoulder, we're gonna pick the upper body up, keeping the hips on the ground. I like to almost think I'm peacocking my chest out, looking up to the ceiling. You know the most annoying thing? I got put in a group chat, and then when they all talk, my phone just keeps going off. It's non-stop. We're just gonna hold here. I like to think I'm squeezing my shoulder blades, looking up to the sky. You're gonna feel that stretch, a little bit in the back, a little bit in the core. From here, let's push our hips to our feet. I'm gonna go feet together, knees nice and wide, child's pose. I don't know if you guys can hear my phone going off, but it's non-stop. I'm just gonna hold here for another 10 or so. Nice deep breaths, feeling that belly breathing. Reaching just a little bit further on each exhale. And relax. All right, nice work everybody.